Hi everyone, we're back in the log cabin again and we are going to look at and film the whole repair of this mudguard. Right, well, as you remember in the last couple of videos we've temporarily put a quick repair down the top of this mudguard here, which is cracked in numerous places, as you can probably see there. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get this to the stage now where it will be ready for filling, so you can actually see how strong this turns out and what I actually go through to get it to that stage. Now this, normally you'd throw this piece away, I'm sure you'd agree. As I say, it's only £15 for a brand new one, so this is more of an exercise that I can show people with the cable tie filling technique. So I'm going to just repair these little, look at me, I'll repair these big cracks here and just show you how strong you can make this, or this makes this actual repair. Well, first of all, if we actually take a look at the piece which I've got to repair, what I've actually done is sanded away with 80 grit paper all the areas where the cracks have actually taken place. And on the back here as well, someone had put loads of some sort of filler. Well, I've taken all that off and removed all that as well. Not too worried about the underneath, cleaning the underneath at this moment in time, because all we're really going to want to access underneath at the moment is the crack itself, where we're going to put a groove in there with the soldering iron. So basically the whole area is clean now. And all I'm going to do is take the soldering iron and my pair of mole grips, and I just want to clamp the piece as near to its original shape as possible so that it holds together. Now again, I'm not looking for anything other than stabilising that joint. What I'll do then is I'll take the soldering iron, and all I'm looking at doing is drawing the soldering iron across the joint and basically making a V right on the joint. And then all I do is introduce into the V the cable tie and melt both sides into the slot. Right, now that's fused that bit, I'm just going to remove the clamp just so that I can get that edge. Well, so far, as you can probably see there now, that joint is lovely and strong. There you go, look, that's taken all the flexion out of that was there at the moment, so I've just got to carry on now and finish off going down all these cracks here. Right, there we go, I've just finished the inside now, doing the inside, so I'm just going to clean the old soldering iron down, put that over there. So if I could just show you now the strength that this mudguard has now got again. As you can see, I'm flexing all the joints there, as you can see. That I could never have done that before with this unit. As you can see, look, flexing it open there, closing and open. I'm sure you can see I'm putting a lot of tension on that. That one there was the worst one, as you probably know. As you can see, look, absolutely fine now compared to what it was. I've just done, as I say, the inside repairs there exactly the same as you can see there. Now all I'm going to do now is take some 80 grit paper to this and just smooth the surfaces off. Now again, you could do this by hand, but I'm going to do this with a little orbital sander, a little electric one. I've got a DA as well, but I'm going to use a little orbital sander for this. So here we go. Right, okay. Brush off. So as you can probably see there, there's the joint that we've basically filled with the the plastic clip. I've sanded it down now, and as you can see there, I'm flexing the actual joint there now, quite seriously actually, if you can just look at that, look. And there's no weakness there whatsoever. So all I'm going to do now is to give that a skimmer filler once I've done the rest, and then I'll treat this with a plastic primer because we've gone down to the actual plastic here. So that will be treated with a plastic primer, and then we'll give it an undercoat. So yeah, there we go, there's another joint that's actually been repaired. Right, okay then, that's that sanded down. All I'm going to do now is just wipe over it with some panel white, just to clean the areas. I've only sanded the outside of this, by the way, I've not sanded the inside. Just clean that worktop down as well, do like a clean work area. So yeah, I'm just getting all the all wax and grease off of the actual joints before I fill them with body filler. Again, we're going to only need a thin skim on there, so that's that ready for that. Again, this is a car stopper filler. It's not a normal body filler where you can only apply it to bare metal. This stopper filler, you can actually apply it over original filler or even paintwork as well. It's like a finishing filler, you could say. So again, not going to need too much of this, so it's a little guesstimate. Again, mix it all up so you don't see any of the colour. Right, swiftly but surely over our area. Don't want to put too much on. Going off pretty rapidly, like that. We're basically there. Right, okay then, so I'll let that go off and then I'll sand it down. Right, we've done all the filling there, as you know. During the little time I've seen you last time, I've actually prepared a few other panels as well and got them repaired, but now let's just sand this down with some 80 grit paper and see what we've got. Right, that's got the most of it down now. I'm just going to finish this last bit off by hand. Right, now as you can probably see there, that's nice and smooth, that surface now. So all that requires now is a coat of primer, plastic primer first of all, to seal this up, and then we'll give it a normal coat of primer and that'll be ready for paint. Right, okay then, I'll give the whole thing a sand down, even over the original paint that was there. So we'll just wipe it down now with some wax and grease remover, just to remove all the dust so we can actually see where we are. What you'll probably find is that when you sand it down, you'll probably expose other areas that may require a little bit of filling as well. So that's the whole purpose of preparing the actual surface for our primer. Make sure when you are sanding that you get along all the edges, by the way, because if you're going to apply lacquer on top of this or any type of finish, that's where it will possibly fail if you haven't prepared the area enough. So looking at this now, I'm looking around there and I'm just going to rub a hand over between the paint and any other existing stuff there, whether it be filler or the original surface. You basically don't want to fill any transitions between your fingertips. So that's pretty much okay. There is a little bit there I can fill along that seam there, and also there where I've actually sanded down a bit too much. So there's two areas there which need a little bit more filler. Those areas are fine. But I also see in the actual plastic itself there's a couple more scratches that have appeared that were possibly under the paint where it's been scratched through at some stage. So I'm just going to apply a little temporary skimmer filler over that area there, and also these areas here where I needed it. And then I'll really lightly sand them back down, and then basically this area is then ready for priming. Right, okay, we've finished preparing this front mudguard now. It's been filled, slightly filled as you know, and it's been sanded all over. I'm just going to hit it now with some filler primer, and this hopefully will give us a nice consistent finish for our top coat. Okay. Right, that's one light coat. I'm going to let that go off and apply another 2 or 3 coats lightly so everything settles down nicely without any runs or sags. Once we've got the primer on, what's actually happened is we've got great coverage, but it's just highlighted another few little scratches in the original plastic which I hadn't seen before. So all I'll do there, and that's the beauty of this stopper filler, is that you can just, after your primer's gone off, you can just spread a little bit of thin body filler over the little scratches, and with a little sand down, everything's sorted. So I'm just going to let this go off and probably give it just one more coat, and then I know I've definitely got enough primer on there, and we'll just address these little scratches which are nothing to do with the original repairs we've done. They've just come through, as I say, on the actual plastic once I've sanded it back. Right, we're all dry now. We've just got a couple of surface scratches. I'm just going to fill. You don't need to see that, you've seen me do all that before. But now, as you can probably see, this mudguard is now ready for paint. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this series on this how to repair a plastic frame with cable ties. It does work, it does the job, so give it a go yourself, save yourself a lot of money. Thanks very much, I'll see you in the next video.